Hello everybody, this is Ed By, and I'm a realtor in the Chicagoland area. I do commercial, industrial, and residential real estate, and I just wanted to share an idea with you that I came across not too long ago that could probably improve your business, not to mention the environment. Now, as you know, if you're in business, there's a lot of inventions that have come along. I've been in real estate for quite a while, and I remember using some of the first cell phones that were out there. They were pretty large, and nowadays I'm using a BlackBerry for email and cell phone use, so there's always a better idea. One thing that we realtors have in common, and other business people as well, is that we probably use our vehicles a lot, especially if you're a realtor. You're using your car to show property and to travel to appointments and so on. The thing that we don't think about too much is the environment when we're using a vehicle. Probably you're using a car just like I did, and you're getting fair gas mileage. However, I didn't realize that I was only burning about 85% of the fuel that I was putting in the car. Therefore, about 15% of the fuel was going out the tailpipe and polluting the atmosphere. Now, I know that the Real Estate Board and the National Association of Realtors has a green kind of an agenda. They'd like to do things like encourage recycling and things like that. However, the number one thing that we can do as realtors is to look at a new invention I came across about 30 days ago, and I've tested it, where with this particular item, if you add it to the gasoline that you're putting in the car, it's a fuel additive, you could take your car. I just am using an example here. Let's say that you're driving around in a yellow Corvette. Well, how would you like to make that car green? And it's something that can be done pretty easily if you know how to do it, and I'm going to share some ideas with you right now. There's an additive that can go in your car, in the gas tank. Every time you fill up your car, you put 1 ounce of this additive in with 7.5 gallons of gas. So they've got a small bottle here that I'm holding. This is good for 1 tank of gas pretty much. You put 2 ounces of this additive, which is biodegradable, made in the United States, in your car every time you fill up. So what does it do? Well, that's something that I had some questions myself regarding that issue, and that's why I tested the product to see if it really worked and investigated a little bit about the company that manufactures it. And I'm going to fill you in a little bit about what it can do for you as a business person and also for the environment. So with that, we're going to cover that in just a second. Now we're going to take a look at how us realtors can go green. And this is really a fun thing to tell your client, that you're using an oil additive and a fuel additive that's enabling your car to pollute the environment less. There's 30% less emissions by using the product. There's a lot of testing that was done that's out on YouTube that I can refer you to. Now, one thing that is interesting about the product, it does pay for itself. The fuel additive comes in a 2 ounce bottle, but there's also another type of bottle, which is right here. This is a 16 ounce bottle, so you have more efficient cost involved there. Also, there's an oil additive. Now, you probably are familiar with recycling aluminum cans. After you have your soda pop or whatnot, there's usually in most offices these days a recycling bin where you throw your aluminum cans in there. But the thing that I'd like to point out is when you are doing an oil change on your car, a lot of people don't think about this, you have a cycle which is every 3,000 miles typically. You're paying between $30 and $35 for the oil and filter change. Imagine how much you could save the environment if you didn't have to throw out all that oil, and you could go with a 9 to 10,000 mile interval. So with this oil additive, it actually creates less friction in the crankcase, and it enables the viscosity of the oil to stay at a point where it doesn't break down like normally your oil would. And you're saving 2 oil filters being thrown in the garbage and in the landfills, and then also you're saving on dumping all that used oil. So you're actually keeping the oil cleaner by using the additive. Now the additive is about $2, approximately $2 per ounce. Use 1 ounce per quart of oil. When you get your oil change done, you just throw in the extra 4 or 5 ounces of the additive. And I've got a few service stations in the Chicagoland area that are familiar with the product that I could refer you to, so that they understand how it's used in your car and so on. Some of them even will stock the product. Now, the other thing that I want to point out here is that the product does pay for itself. Obviously, if you're skipping a couple of oil changes, right there, if it's $30 per oil change, you're saving $60. And then also in the fuel economy, you're saving 7 to 19% in an increase in miles per gallon. So that's pretty exciting, because imagine if every single realtor in the country, and I know we have hundreds of thousands of realtors out there, but what if we all use this product? And then what if we, had other people in the country that found out about the product, started using it? We could actually import a lot less oil, because let's say on the average we're saving 12%. We have 12% less demand for oil, because with the additive, we're burning more than 85% of that fuel. Remember, 15% of your fuel is being sent right out the tailpipe, and then you're breathing that, and your kids are breathing it, so that's not good for you. But this particular product is biodegradable, and it's environmentally friendly. It's made in the United States. It cleans, lubricates, and improves horsepower. So the other thing that it does, because it gives you better horsepower, it replaces the need for high octane. What I mean by that is some of us realtors are driving luxury cars or cars like Acura, for instance, where they're telling you in the owner's manual that you need to use premium fuel. Now, with the additive, the way it works, it enables regular gas, which is 87 octane, to burn more completely, so you don't really need to use premium fuel if you are using the additive, which is 1 ounce per 7.5 gallons of gasoline or diesel fuel every time you fill up. So the other thing is the engines run cooler, cleaner, and smoother. Now, it's not just me saying that or the company saying that. They actually had it tested by the Indy 500 Light Series, and it's what it is. It's an Indianapolis 500 race car with a light engine. What they mean by that, it's about a 200 horsepower less of an engine than the normal Indy engine, and they were able to test the product in that car. It's $1 million race car. They ran the engine on a dyno, which means they took it out of the car, put on a bench with hooking it up to various equipment to test the actual fuel economy, emissions, and so on. And they discovered that all of these claims are correct. And because of how well the product worked, they allowed Indy drivers to actually use the product during races, and they found out that the cars that used the product had less wear and tear. With this additive, it actually extends the life of your car. Now, if you are interested in where to find the product, I can give you some idea of where you can pick it up. Just give me a call or go to the website that's going to be displayed at the end of the video. Thank you very much.